Here we are in Armando Ingegnieri's studio with his patient Alessia Tuzio. We are in Rome, Italy. She came to Armando Ingegnieri because she needed to be treated for problems related to anxiety and panic attacks. And this was her first course of treatment. She'd never had treatment elsewhere. And at the moment, she hasn't yet finished, but she's in the sort of final phase of her therapy, because in second brain psychology, which is the method of treatment that Armando Ingegnieri uses, a method which he developed, there is a specific way of dealing with these kinds of problems, and they're all connected with the emotional memory of the second brain. And so what happens is that as the patient goes along, and as whatever has been memorized in the emotional memory of the second brain gets reprocessed and digested, the person already has the benefits of the treatment before reaching the end of their therapeutic sessions. And the very last part is usually serves the purpose of consolidating whatever has been done and seeing if anything else emerges. So here we are with Alessia, who very kindly offered to talk to us about her treatment because she was very happy to be able to share her experience with other people who might be suffering from the same problem.
Yes, of course. Hello to everyone. And I can say that when I first came here in January 2015, I was completely stuck. I was completely closed in
blocked.
I was completely closed in a dark room. So I saw no light. This is just the way I can express the feeling.
Mm-hmm. So you mean metaphorically? You were like in a dark place all by yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't feel anything but anxiety. Yeah. I was completely confused. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't have relationships. I couldn't have friendships, friends in general. I couldn't work. I couldn't do anything. I was just blocked completely.
So how did you spend your time? You just stayed at home?
I forced myself to go to work because I had to, but I was really sad about it. So I just went to work and then come back home and stay there. I couldn't go outside with friends. I couldn't go to concerts. I was another person because I love music, I love people, I love to stay in places with friends and have fun. But I was not myself.
And how long had you been like this?
I think 1 year.
Because now we're in November of 2015, and you've been coming since January.
Yeah.
How many sessions have you had with Armando Ingegnieri?
33.
33.
Yeah.
To date. And your treatment, your course of treatment is supposed to include...
To finish at 40.
So you've still got a few sessions to go?
Yeah.
Okay. So tell us about it then. So you'd been like that for about a year?
Yeah. So it was, I think, the most difficult year of my life because I wanted to do things. I wanted to go to work, I wanted to stay with friends, I wanted to have a relationship, but I couldn't. I just couldn't. I was unable to. So now in November 2015 I am another person again. So I became maybe better than before. Before anxiety. So,
would you like to describe that better so that...
Yeah, of course. I have a boyfriend now.
Mm-hmm. So that's already a big change.
Yeah, that's a big change because I was single for 3 years. So I think my problems maybe were older. I think so.
They went further back in time. Yes, of course. So you're saying that although you suffered from anxiety and panic attacks, in fact the causes, those were just the final symptoms.
Yeah.
Right? In fact, the problems were there and they were of a nature that was a bit more complex.
Yeah, I think so. So now, boyfriend, and I'm going to rent a house alone. So I'm going to live by myself in a small apartment here in Rome, and
Rather than living with other people, you mean?
yeah, because I really needed to stay with someone at
I
home.
see.
Yeah, because I was really afraid about living alone, because I was always thinking about anxiety. If I do that, if I do this, I was really afraid.
So you were afraid of being alone, and you were also anxious all the time at the idea of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you always lived.
I think it was because I wasn't sure about myself. It was like I had problems with myself.
Mm-hmm. So now instead you're renting a house. You're going to move into this house by yourself, and you look excited.
Yeah, I do.
So you're not scared or anxious. You're actually looking forward to it.
No, yeah, I'm really happy about it, because now I think I need to stay by myself and to, give myself some time and some space, because I need it now.
Because you can also afford
Just to get a revenge.
To get?
A revenge.
How do you mean?
Yeah, I think I was giving myself some faults about something. I don't know about what exactly, but it was like I was punishing myself.
Oh, I see. Okay, so now you want to enjoy your life again.
Yeah, everything.
Good. And so if you were describing about how you were before, you were saying that you suffered from this constant feeling of fear and anxiety. Did you have recurring thoughts? Was your mind full of thoughts that used to go round and round?
I was just afraid about living, I think.
In general, you had.
In general,
so you were projecting fear onto everything.
Yeah. I was afraid to make decisions,
Mm-hmm.
to make wrong decisions. But not making a decision, it's not making the wrong decision. It's not moving at all.
That's right. So you were afraid of making a wrong decision, and in the end, you never made your decisions.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now I'm just in constant changing, because I'm changing my work, I'm changing house, friends, and I'm really happy about it, and it's all thanks to Armando Ingegnieri.
And talk to us about, did you have any physical symptoms before? Did you have sleeping problems or digestive problems, or did you have physical symptoms of any kind?
Yeah, I did. I was always with stomach ache.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and now it's really, really better.
It's much better.
Yeah, the situation is much better. Mm-hmm. I still have some problems sometimes, but it's because I am always I don't know how to explain it, because it's really difficult. I don't know how to say it even to myself, so it's really complicated to express it. But it's like I'm always thinking about something. So sometimes my second brain tells me, "Hey, stop it." So maybe sometimes my second brain gives me, and I don't know how to say it. It's like he punches me.
I see.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. A nudge.
Yeah.
A strong one.
Yeah.
A painful one.
Yeah. And he tells me, "Hey, stop it. I'm here. I'm working for you. So calm down."
So anyway, so physical symptoms that you had before, you didn't have problems with sleeping or anything like that?
No.
No. Okay. No. Eating.
Yeah. Maybe I ate too much.
You were eating too much.
Yeah.
Would you like to describe it?
I don't really like that part, because I was always thinking about my physical form. Mm-hmm. I was thinking about me being fat, or too thin, or too fat. So now I'm trying to calm down even in that way. So I'm trying to concentrate on my physical form and say, okay, you're not that bad. So just be happy about yourself.
So you're able to do that now?
Yes, I do. Yeah. Yes.
And so
I'm able to look at myself in the mirror. That's a great thing for me.
and like yourself.
Yeah.
So that's a big achievement, you're saying.
Okay, maybe not completely like myself, but just saying, okay, you're not that bad. You can go out like this. Don't worry.
Okay. So tell us about how your course of treatment, how it evolved. What happened when you started, and what did you notice changed as you went along?
Well, it was really hard at first, because you have to think about what makes you sad and what makes you sick. So it's not that easy to express to someone how you feel, because you're always afraid about the fact that that person couldn't understand you.
Yes, but what I'm trying to say is, as you went through the treatment,
Yeah.
right, you were guided through a reprocessing of your various experiences.
Yeah.
But what happened as far as your symptoms and your life were concerned? Did you suddenly change now, or did you change as it went along?
Oh no, I changed a lot when going
As you
along.
go along,
Yeah,
when you went along.
going along, because I just start make decisions like this.
All of a sudden, you were able to make decisions.
Yeah, all of a sudden I was able to change work,
Mm-hmm.
to change my job, because I didn't like it anymore. And then suddenly I had a boyfriend, and again a new house. So it was a constant changing.
Mm-hmm. So things just kind of
Yeah.
happened by themselves.
Yeah. And
Suddenly they were easy. Suddenly they
and
happened.
The most important thing was the fact that I wasn't anxious anymore. So I was moving, and I wasn't afraid to move.
How were your panic attacks? Can you describe them?
It's hard to remember that.
Good.
Yeah, really, because it was like I was just. I don't know how to say it in English, but the sensation was about going down.
Like falling
Yeah, falling down. And
on the ground, or
yeah,
falling down?
on the ground.
Mm.
And I was afraid of being surrounded by people.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted just to go away, stay at home, and I don't know, maybe without light.
I see. You want to stay in the dark.
Yeah.
When you
Alone.
had alone? I see. When you had your panic attacks, did you have breathing difficulties? Did you have fast
Yeah.
breathing?
Yeah.
Did you feel anything in the area of your heart?
Yeah. It was my heart was beating really fast. I couldn't breathe. And it's really hard to say about.
Mm-hmm. Were you scared in those moments?
Yeah.
How long did they?
I was afraid to die.
How long did they last?
Uh,
Each attack. How long did
yeah,
each attack?
sometimes just a few minutes, sometimes an hour or two. So it was really hard for me to fight with it.
Of course. And how often did you used to have them?
One a day,
And for
or
how
maybe
long?
2 or 3 a day.
Gosh.
It depends.
Depending on the day.
Yeah, on the situation, on maybe my feelings.
And how long had you had the panic attacks for?
6 months.
And before that, you'd suffered from anxiety.
Yeah,
So the anxiety suddenly became panic attacks.
yeah.
And then you were having these panic attacks all the time.
And it was going worst.
It was getting worse and worse.
Yes.
So you were quite desperate when you came here.
Yeah.
Did you expect to get such fast results?
No, I didn't. But now I'm really happy to came here on that January. Yeah.
And since when have you not been suffering from panic attacks?
I think it was April.
So you came in January, you started in January, you did February, March, April, and April.
Yeah.
So after about how many sessions?
I think 20 or something like that. I don't remember the.
So how did you
exactly,
feel when it stopped?
I just.
You couldn't believe it.
No, I was just thinking about, okay, how it was before. No, I don't remember. Okay, so I'm good. Okay. I'm just concentrating about being good.
Ah, good. Okay. And you're able to do it?
Yeah.
Okay. So what message would you like to give people? Because obviously this is a message of encouragement, because you know how it feels
Yeah.
to be with a panic attack, and
Yeah.
anybody who suffers
maybe it's really difficult to express about panic attacks, because sometimes I was thinking about, okay, if I tell someone about it, no one could believe me. So I want to say to all those at this problem, please don't keep in silence. Talk about it, because someone can help you to stay good, stay better, and to solve your problem.
Okay, that's great. Well,
Yes.
thank you very, very much for the message.
Thank you for my new life.
Thank you, Alessia.